It's a strange and modern truth. The people who solved the murder of Sarah Jenkins weren't detectives or forensic experts. They were just neighbors, ordinary people with smartphones and a Facebook group. This isn't a story of brilliant deduction in a smoke-filled room. It's about collective memory, digital breadcrumbs, and the power of a neighborhood watch that lives online. The police followed standard procedure, searching for dramatic motives and clear enemies. The neighbors did something different. They scrolled through their own digital histories, looking for anything unusual. In the mountain of everyday posts, strange cars, missing packages, odd people at odd hours, something important was hidden. Social media is usually a place for performance, but neighborhood groups are raw, unfiltered streams of community consciousness. Here, people post their anxieties, frustrations, and small observations, digital whispers into the void. But what if those whispers, gathered together, told a story? This is how the digital curtain twitchers of a quiet street did what the professionals could not. They connected the dots, saw patterns invisible to outsiders. No badges, no warrants, just smartphones, doorbell cameras, and a shared sense of unease. They looked for answers in the one place they all gathered every day, Facebook, and what they found there would change their community forever. Sometimes the most powerful investigative tool is simply paying attention. This is their story. Maple Creek was the picture of suburban peace, neat houses, quiet streets, and predictable routines. The biggest news was usually a bake sale or a debate over speed bumps. But beneath the calm, there was a digital town square, the Maple Creek Neighbors Facebook group. It was a lively, sometimes petty space for lost pets, blurry doorbell photos, and endless recommendations. Most posts were complaints or minor dramas, venting about the little things in a place where nothing big ever happened. The group's culture was one of hypervigilance. Everyone had a doorbell camera. Everyone was watching, not out of fear, but to protect their peaceful existence. A strange van or a solicitor would trigger a flurry of posts and comments. It was community surveillance, driven as much by boredom as by caution. Members became amateur detectives of the mundane, experts in what was normal for their street. Without realizing it, they created a living archive of their neighborhood's daily rhythm. This constant monitoring was just background noise, until it wasn't. No one thought their digital record-keeping was important, but they were building a case file without a case, gathering evidence without a crime. The daily stream of minor events was about to be interrupted by something extraordinary. The quiet street was about to get very loud, and the Facebook group would become the center of it all. The ordinary was about to become crucial. Maple Creek was about to change forever. On a Tuesday morning, Maple Creek's routine shattered. Sarah Jenkins, a beloved teacher, was found dead in her home. The news spread quickly, first in whispers, then with police lights flashing on the street. Murders didn't happen here. The shock was immediate and profound. Police arrived, cordoned off the house, and began their investigation. Detectives knocked on doors, asked the usual questions, but most neighbors had nothing to offer. Life had been normal, until it wasn't. The police focused on obvious leads: Sarah's personal life, finances, relationships. But there were no angry exes, no enemies, no clear motive. The investigation stalled. No forced entry, no suspects, no evidence. The case was in danger of going cold. Meanwhile, the Maple Creek Neighbors group changed overnight. The usual chatter stopped, replaced by grief, fear, and speculation. Beneath the anxiety, something else began to stir. The amateur detectives of the mundane started to talk and to remember. The group's collective memory was about to become its greatest asset. The search for answers had begun. The shift started with a single post. Carol, 3 houses down from Sarah, felt uneasy and began scrolling through the group's old posts. She found a complaint about a strange blue sedan parked on the street days before the murder. Her comment brought the post back to the top, sparking memories in others. David remembered seeing the same car and found it in the background of a photo he'd taken. He posted the photo. "Is this the car you were talking about?" Suddenly, everyone became a digital archaeologist, searching for clues in their own feeds. More posts surfaced. Someone walking late at night, a doorbell video of a shadowy figure. These were once minor annoyances, now potential evidence. The group realized the killer might have been around for days, hiding in plain sight. The Facebook group became an evidence board, screenshots, circled details, cross-referenced dates. They built a timeline: blue sedan on Monday, shadowy figure on Tuesday, someone peering into backyards on Wednesday. Individually, these reports were nothing. Together, they painted a picture of someone methodically casing the neighborhood. The amateur investigation gained momentum, powered by shared memory and digital records. The neighbors were connecting dots the police had missed. The blue sedan became the thread that tied it all together. The group's vigilance was finally paying off. They were closer to the truth than they realized. The digital haystack was full of needles, the hunt was on, and the community was united in purpose. The blue sedan became the group's obsession. Tom, an IT specialist, organized the sightings on a shared Google map. Doorbell camera videos were reviewed for glimpses of the car. The map revealed a pattern. The sedan appeared almost daily, always near Sarah's house. This wasn't a random visitor, it was someone watching, waiting. Porch cameras meant to catch package thieves had captured a predator stalking his prey. The breakthrough came from a young mother's video. The driver, blurry but visible, wore a yellow vest and carried a clipboard. He looked like a city worker. Plausible, unremarkable. The group now had a description: medium build, yellow vest, clipboard. They re-examined all footage, looking for the man, not just the car. Glimpses of the vest, a man with a clipboard. He had blended in perfectly. The neighbors had unknowingly documented the killer's entire reconnaissance. They had a timeline, a vehicle, and a description. They had more than the police did. The ghost in the feed was becoming real. The investigation reached a turning point. The neighbors had a pattern, a car, and a blurry figure, but no name. The breakthrough came from Sarah's own Facebook page. Her cousin, scrolling through old photos, found a family barbecue shot from 2 years ago. In the background stood a man, same build, familiar posture. He was Mark, a distant relative of Sarah's late husband. Mark had recently started a landscaping business, explaining the vest and clipboard. The cousin posted the photo in the group. "Does this look like the man anyone saw?" The response was immediate. "That's him." A neighbor compared the family photo to the doorbell footage. The resemblance was clear. The ghost in the feed now had a face and a name: Mark. He wasn't a stranger, he was family, if only distantly. This explained the lack of forced entry. Sarah would have let him in. The motive was still unclear, but the identity was certain. The group had pieced it together from old posts, blurry videos, and a forgotten photo. The puzzle was solved. Now it was time to call the police. The amateur investigation was over. The professionals would take it from here. The community had done the impossible. Their digital vigilance had paid off. Justice was within reach, and Maple Creek would never be the same. Armed with a name, photo, and digital evidence, the group went to the police. They brought a timeline, a map, and dozens of videos and photos. Detectives were skeptical, but the evidence was overwhelming. Mark, Sarah's husband's second cousin, owned a blue sedan and matched the description. He was in financial trouble, with a minor criminal record. Police brought him in for questioning. Faced with the evidence, Mark confessed. He'd gone to Sarah for a loan, panicked when she refused, and killed her. The news brought relief and horror. Maple Creek's monster was one of their own. The Facebook group, once mundane, had become a testament to community vigilance. The members hadn't set out to be heroes. They were just paying attention. In our hyper-connected age, no detail is too small. Everyday life, captured in posts and pixels, can hold the deepest truths. Sometimes, it can even deliver justice.